Good morning. Oh gosh, my phone started to fall and I went to reach for it and pushed the go live button. So I guess I'm live now. It's 8:57 a.m. on Friday, October 10th, 2025. And yesterday I said that I would try the Vaniglia as like a cappuccino, and it was in my sample box. Ooh, there's caramello also. Let me go get the milk. Oh my goodness. See, I was not prepared at all. All I was doing here is I was moving the dirty bowl of water that hasn't gone in the dishwasher yet to the other sink. So if the phone fell, it wouldn't fall into a bowl of, dishwater. Anyway, let me get the milk. And anyhow, so we're live. Okay. Oh, I don't even have a cup. Wait, let me go get a cup. All right, hang on, bear with me. Okay, here we go. Here's my pessimist's cup. That's really an optimist. All righty. Okay, so like I always say about milk, if when you sniff it, it doesn't knock you over, it's okay to use. Now, I have been using my milk frother. Let me pop this back in the fridge. Without the little whisk on it. I've just been using the plain spinner without the springy thing. Where's the lid? Here's the lid. Okay, I'm going to start this going around. And I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to make this as a lungo. All right? And, what do they say when this, I'm caught wrong-footed? Is that what they say in Great Britain, maybe? It means like I'm sort of off kilter here because I wasn't expecting to go live quite so suddenly. Okay, lungo, here we go. So, again, this is the Vaniglia, which means vanilla in Italian. And yesterday I tried it with some coffee mate, and it was yummy. And if I remember correctly, I didn't even sweeten it because it was better unsweetened. Isn't that right? Isn't that what I did? Okay, so this is just about done here, and the milk is spinning around. And we'll see how this is. I don't want to call it a milky coffee because if I say that, I don't know, it makes people, it doesn't bring something attractive to mind. It, but if you say, oh, I'm having a cappuccino or a latte, then they think, ooh, right? Okay, so, okay. It's a good thing I moved that bowl of dishwater, right? Because the phone just took a dive. Oh my goodness. I didn't even reach for it. Okay, anyhow. So, what was I saying? Oh yes, so saying cappuccino or latte makes it sound attractive and with it, So, anyhow, cappuccino and latte are different in how they're made, It depends on whether you're just adding froth, or you're adding the liquid milk and the froth, and, anyhow. And you usually do them with an espresso, and I made this as a lungo. Anyway, so I'm having some coffee, let's say, with frothed milk, all right? As soon as the milk frother gets done here, can I do this? Oh dear, I don't think I can do that. All right, let me lean it back a little bit. There we go. Hopefully it'll be okay. Alrighty. So, you can see how much froth I've got here. Really quite a bit. So I'm glad I've got a nice big cup. Ooh, look at that. I need to just remember to pour this straight on with the spout, because see, the spout does not drip. But if you pour it to the side, you know, there's a little bit of it comes over the side. It's just so unusual because most things with a spout, they're like, okay, here's your typical Pyrex measuring cup. But when you pour it, you know, it ends up kind of dripping down the spout. Okay, let's get a spoon here. Okay. And, oh, well, I just taste the froth. It's tasty. Now, the froth, I feel like would need sweetener. But let's see, you know, before I go adding anything else, I've added the milk to the coffee. So let's try that first. All right, and I already taste the vanilla kind of flavor in the froth. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn this just a little bit. All right, there we go. Good morning, Sandy. How are you today? Okay, hopefully I am not gonna burn my tongue. This is tasty. Now, I really feel like it needs some sweetener. Okay. I've got some maple bourbon pecan here. Pecan. So I'm going to put a little of that in. Okay. That tastes good. Now this is very yummy, but here's the thing. I think that I am tasting more of this than I am of the coffee. So yesterday, the flavor that I was tasting was the coffee, vanilla, also modified by the Coffee Mate. So Sandy, I've got vanilla here with frothed Fairlife milk, which is the cow's milk that has 50% more protein than the milk as it comes out of the cow, because they do this ultrafiltration process and they're not, you know, chemically modifying anything in the milk. They're just adding back more protein. So, and it's also got 50% less sugar than milk has. Because, you know, I mean, foods have natural sugars in them. So this has less than what originally came out of the cow. So this is the Fairlife skim milk. But I gotta tell you, it tastes like regular whole milk. It's so rich and delicious. And obviously you could see it froths up great. This is good. You know what? Even though I think that all right, I haven't completely covered up the coffee because I still taste the coffee, but the syrup has really affected it. Now, I've used that syrup in other coffees, and they taste different than this one tastes with the syrup. So, yeah, you know, maybe this is a viable option. So you can see I've just got the regular spinner in there. It doesn't have the little spring on it, the whisk. And yeah, so, oh, it's starting to get chilly here. Oh my gosh. You know, it was warm weather, warm weather, warm weather. Then all of a sudden yesterday, it was really chilly out. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get a sweater or something. And this morning it was like 56 degrees, and it's only gonna go up to 70. A couple days ago, it was in the mid 80s. Oh my goodness. I don't know. You know, I grew up in New York City. And I guess when you're a kid, you don't really notice the weather. I mean, you notice, is it raining or snowing or, you know, sunny or cloudy? That's probably about it. So I have a recollection of growing up in New York. I was there till I was 17 and went away to college. So I remember that, you know, if it was raining, it was raining all over New York. If it was snowing, all over. If it was hot, all over. It was cold, all over. Here, it could be raining here and it's not raining across the street. It could be, this is middle Georgia, it could be hot one day and cold the next day. I mean, it's just, the weather is very, very changeable here. Kind of like with no notice, you know? And I tell you what, even when the weather people say it's gonna be a certain thing, it's not always that thing. So, I don't know, maybe it has to do with the formation of the land, the lack of lots of tall buildings, I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, it's chilly out there, so I got out a little light jacket to wear today, and I'm wearing jeans. Okay, well, you know, I used to think it was so silly, and my friends thought so too, even up into our 20s, that, you know, older people would talk about the weather. And that was like, if you just met somebody, you could talk about the weather, because at least that was something you had in common. And we thought it was silly. Well, I realized since I became, you know, a full-fledged adult, taking care of myself and not dependent on my parents, that, you know, you have to be responsible, and the weather can affect, like, what you're going to do that day, how you're going to decide to dress, if you need a new roof on the house, you know, if your windshield wipers work. I mean, there's a lot of decisions that the weather affects, right? Okay, this video is not about the weather. It's about this very nice cup of Vaniglia, which is a barista blend from Nespresso. Let's see, does it say in it's? They brought it out like last year or something, and I didn't really like it. And this is recommended to use with milk, and it says it's vanilla and other natural flavors. So I'm assuming that means natural flavor. But like I pointed out the other day, whether it's natural or artificial, what matters is how does it taste? Well, anyway, did I say good morning, Sandy? If I didn't say it, good morning. Alrighty, and hey to anybody else who watches this on replay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Cheers me up.